Alrighty then. Test, test. Everybody hear me? Everybody hear me? That's good. So what we're going to take out today, we're going to start off in Louis Armstrong, New Orleans. I have no idea where we're going to fly to. Let's go ahead and we'll take the Pipistrel Panthera. Let's make sure we're starting off with some kind of general aviation port. Customize. General parking. Let's do the Atlantic FBO, maybe? I can start at FedEx. Where's the one closest to Windway? So I come out of here and take a right. Yeah, this one I can just go straight. Confirm. Take the Pipistrel. No engine started. And match real world conditions. Download. Real world time. We are ready to go. Give this thing some time to load up. So I didn't have a problem at all with this thing loading earlier. Hopefully it doesn't now. But I could not, yesterday I was using Streamlabs OBS and I just could not get it to work doing the Streamlabs OBS. So now I'm using Shadowplay. There we go. It's loading. So I've never flown out of New Orleans before. I don't know where the hell I'm going. We'll find out. We'll figure out something. So just make sure the frame rates are going to be all okay. The Pipistrel Panthera, this plane has the GTM 750 and the 650. So we'll go over that once we get in here. So this is, it's loading in the weather now. Okay, so the weather is loaded in. And we are ready to go ahead. Let's go ahead and get our master on, our avionics on. So the Dian Skyview and the Garmin GTN 750 and 650 will start. Got those up. Let's go ahead and get the keys out of the box here. Put them in ignition. Set our fuel for the right. It sounds like it's raining now. Let's go ahead and close the cockpit because now it's raining. Because I remember how to close it later. So now it's raining outside. Got the canopy closed so we don't get wet. Let's go ahead and pull the chocks and things in. So pull the chocks out. We've already got the. Let me close that door. We got plenty of air, it seems. 2,500 psi. Let's go ahead and jack the fuel up. We're not going to need all this. These luminaries. Fuel pump's on. Mixer's full rich. We'll go ahead and start it. Fuel's off. Fuel on. Fuel on. Start. Stick a short flight on the KOPL. No idea what you're bad when you don't even know what airport. Okay, that's why. Okay, so we have a flight plan loaded in. Now we're just going to switch over here to info. Frequencies go to ATIS up.
Louis Armstrong, New Orleans International Information X-ray. 1500 Zulu weather. Wind 180 at 8, visibility more than 10, rain. Sky conditions 7300 scattered, temperature 22, dew point -14. Altimeter 298A. Arriving runways 1120, departing runways 1120. Advise on initial contact, you have X-ray.
Okay, so we have X-ray now. Except for, I forgot what the barometer
Louis
is.
Armstrong, New Orleans International Information X-ray. 1500 Zulu weather. Wind 180 at 8, visibility more than 10, rain. Sky conditions 7300 scattered, temperature 22, dew point -14. Altimeter 298A. Arriving runways 1120.
Okay, now we have X-ray. Okay, so we're going to depart straight out. Hang a right and head down to the end of the runway up here. And we'll take off. Sound good? So we're going to please park a brake. Go ahead and turn the fuel pump off. So this got changed now. Brake. Okay, I didn't have any brakes at all. So now it brakes on. Barely hear me? Okay, let's see. That's what I was wondering. Did that make any difference? Is it? Hold on a second. Alright, is that better? Can you hear me now? Hello? Just trying to see if this mic is actually turned up any. I might have to turn my gain down to like 50. Let's see. Alright, that should be better. Just the rain is really loud in the game. So where am I going here? Now I have the script, I can't remember where I'm going. Okay. So I'll take a right here. Yeah, you got to forgive me, I haven't flown X-Plane in like 6 months, so... Once we get up here to the hold short line, I'll up the mic volume up to 100. Now this is just, besides the planes, this is just vanilla X-Plane 11, so I don't have the I don't have the airport HD pack put in or anything like that. So right now I'm just going to up the mic volume to 100. Hopefully that makes it better. Alright, hopefully that's better. Okay, so I have no aircraft on TCAS. Well, there's aircraft here, but he's taxiing out. So if you look on the right hand side, you can see the TCAS and the other aircraft in the air. So I'm not going to back taxi up the runway. I'm just going to take off from where I'm at. Because I can. And get back on the center line here and throttle up. Look at that. Some left rudder here. Right rudder. And we're going to lift her off the runway. We didn't use any flaps or anything like that, so. So our gear just came up. And there we are. There's another runway out there. Climbing out in the rain. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and switch. Go to the GTN 650. And we'll engage autopilot. And we'll switch this to nav. Sky view. Go out. Nav. So this is going to turn us towards, so I forgot what airport we're going to, but we're going to turn towards it now. We're at stall speed, so I'm going to go ahead and climb indicate airspeed mode to 6,000 feet. Alright, we engage indicator airspeed mode, so we're going to climb out at 120 knots, which is what I have the indicator airspeed set to. The rain is really coming down. We do have our cap system up here that'll pull if anything happens. So we have an engine failure or something like that and we can't land. We can always pull the cap system and the parachute will shoot out and we'll land but via parachute. So we're currently at 3,000 climbing to 6,000. And I'm just looking out the window here. Go ahead and switch this back to TCAS. So this is our TCAS. We have an aircraft.
Traffic.
We're just picking up traffic. He's below us at 1,400 feet. And he's climbing. He's right behind us. So we got a TCAS warning. This is our terrain radar, our terrain. Switch it back, check the weather, because it's going to tell us it's clear. So we're headed, I have no idea what airport this is. I just put it in there. It's KOPL. I think it is. Let's go to map info. It's KOPL. Yep. San Landry Parish Airport. That's where we're going to. It's 97 nautical miles away. And once we stop climbing, which will be here in just a few seconds, we'll level off and we'll pick up speed. We still have that traffic warning in the TCAS. So let's see where he's at. 1,000 feet below us and to the right. And I really can't see him. Y'all see a plane back there? Because I don't see them. Might help if I have my lights on though. Alright, he's 1,100 feet above us.
Clear of conflict.
There we go. Alright. So we're just putting along here. Currently the wind's from the left. We can change this. Let's go back. Change PFD. Where's wind? Forgot how to change my wind over here. Or if I can't even can. So what we're doing, we're just flying through individual cloud layers right now. This is X-Enviro. It's a $75 add-on for X-Plane. Might be cheaper than that now, but I paid $70 for it, I think, when it first came out. So we're at 6,066 feet, which is the what we had plugged into the autopilot. And now we have 25 minutes until we get to St. Landry Parish. It looks like we were flying through rain all the way. Now there's a setting on here so I can get the only thing I don't like about this plane is that it doesn't give you the weather all the time. So if I go back, go to map, that menu, weather. So I've got weather on and it's not showing us any rain, which has always been a problem with the Aerobas aircraft. You don't always necessarily show rain. I'm just checking the TCAS again, traffic system. Never flown over Louisiana, so I have no idea where we're at. So we have some stocks views in here. We have in the main PFD. We have a view of the center stack, co-pilot seat, a view from the back seat so we can look out the back seat. Somebody left their Coca-Cola can in the plane, so we're gonna have to talk about that. Here's one here too. You can't turn the lights on. It's funny how it doesn't show a pilot or co-pilot inside the plane. So here it does show the co-pilot and pilot. Here it doesn't. It's been like that ever since this plane came out. They didn't fix that either. So we've got 23 minutes left to go. Where ground speed is 207 knots. Ground speed is 207 with 23 minutes to go. Actually pull the, how much fuel do we have? Oops, don't want to do that. There we go. So we're pulling fuel out that left tank right now. I'm going to go ahead and bring back the prop RPM and try to get these to go back to peak of center. So let's go ahead and do that. Pull back the mixture. You can see the EGTs coming up, and what we want to do is get them to peak, and then we want them to come back down. So right now I'm pulling back the prop RPM. We're just leaning the engine out. This thing will cruise at 150 knots, sipping 10 gallons an hour. Alright, so you saw it there, it peaked. And now we're sitting at 10 gallons an hour. There's our fuel flow, 10 gallons per hour. We still have about 20 minutes to go. Go back out, take a look at the map. Terrain. There's really no terrain. I mean, it's all flat, so there's not going to no terrain's going to show up here. If we were in the mountains, it would show up. So let's get some information on. So we're going to be landing at so it has 2 runways, and we can probably go ahead and load our procedure up now because we're what, 67 miles. We're 67 miles out, nautical miles. So runway 6 is a 4,000 foot runway. It's 100 feet wide. That's 6 and 18. Runway 24 and 36 are, actually runway 36 is 6,000 feet. They don't have an ATIS system there. There are no charts for it, so we didn't load any in. So let's go back to flight plan. We'll load a procedure. We'll load an arrival in. So what we just did is we just loaded the approach for runway 36 into wherever we're going. After that, St. Albany, something like that, St. Landry Parish. So now I need to remember how to load it. So there we go. In fact, there is a glitch on here. I gotta remember what the glitch is. Hold on a second. Okay, we have the flight direct to. There we go. Alright, so if we're in mid-flight and we haven't got it yet, we have to load, send as direct to, then fly the approach. Miraculously, we just lost the cloud cover above us. So we lost the rain, we lost the top cloud cover. There's an aircraft above us. It's way out there, though. He's at least 24 miles out. I think I'm going to go ahead and cut this flight short. We will fly and we will land at what's our heading now? 270. I'm going to go ahead and turn around and fly direct to KL38, which is Louisiana Regional. The wind absolutely sucks. So we'll go ahead to drop altitude pretty quick here. So that's divert to Louisiana Regional. I just went ahead and disconnected the autopilot. And now I'm about 10 miles from Louisiana Regional, so we need to go ahead and just send. We're probably going to fly back into the rain. So you can see some of the auto gen. This is stock auto gen. The wind really does suck. We got 16 mile an hour, 16 knot wind coming from 180 from the south. We're flying back into the rain now. I'm trying to get lined up and find this runway. So what we're going to do here now is we're going to go map info. What is this we're flying into? KL38. Okay, so it has no, looks like it has no ILS system. So this ought to be interesting. The autopilot back on. It's going to stall the aircraft though.
Autopilot disconnect.
So we'll go ahead and go full mixture, full pop RPM. Anybody see an airport around here? Still a little ways out. It's going to be off to about 11 o'clock. But I don't even see the runway lights in that fog. I've already checked. There's no ILS there. So it's already going to be a sketchy approach. Still looking for runway lights. And I have the airport in sight. It is right there. No runway lights. Not that I can see. So we're going to make our approach in Louisiana Regional in a thunderstorm with a 15 knot crosswind. I'm assuming that's the Mississippi River right there in front of us. So any PAPI system or anything on that runway. Let's go ahead and kick our landing lights on because we won't be able to do it until our landing gear's down. So let's go ahead and Or landing gear. Landing gear coming down. Train going below us right now. Alright, now I should be able to turn the landing lights on. Landing lights are on. Go ahead and begin our turn, and I still can't see the runway yet. There it is. I see it. I do see a beacon for another runway out in the distance. You can see that beacon out there. This runway just evidently doesn't have a beacon. There's the Pappy lights. I'm a little low. Now I'm lined up. This wind's a bitch. Throttle back to idle. And we're down. There we go. And we're down. Get back in here before I run off the runway. Taxi all the way to the end of the runway and take the guess we can't take a exit to the left. Taxiway to the left. We've got taxiway to the left. So there's nowhere to park. There's no parking here whatsoever. So I'll just park the plane here. Each park and brake. And from here, we'll go to another plane. You guys get to pick which plane. So we can fly the Aerobas 550, which is, we'll just fly that, actually. We can fly the Viper Jet, the Landcare, the Victory. I don't know, there's something wrong with the E1000. We can fly the 550. 550 is probably the better one to fly. So we'll just fly the 550. And we're going to take off from KRMN, which is the local airport here. And we'll fly to Charlottesville, which is KCHO. So start new flight. Yes. That's just a crazy graphic. So the Eclipse 550, if you've never seen it before, is a twin-engine light business jet, kind of. Actually, we'll fly in the Shenandoah Regional Airport. Which is KSHO, I think. KSHD. Let me look it up. Yep, Shenandoah Valley Regional Airport. These Aerobas aircraft any third-party aircraft takes a while to load because the textures are 4K. Even though I'm not running it in 4K, but they're huge textures. CID. Where's CID at? Where you try to send me at? KCID. Let's look. Eastern Iowa Airport. Okay, as soon as we load into Eastern Iowa. Yeah, as soon as we load into KRMN, we'll load into Eastern Iowa. So let's go to KCID. It shouldn't be ringing here at all. Okay, so let's go ahead and start new flight. We'll go to KCID. Change location. KCID, Eastern Iowa. And we'll start new flight. Yeah, but CID isn't Cedar Rapids, it's something else. It's Eastern Iowa. Yeah. Eastern Iowa Regional. So we're gonna load that in. We'll take off from there. Try to find somewhere to go. Is it raining in Iowa? No. I guess it is raining in Iowa, isn't it? So just go up and have a look. Can't see anything. Oh, this is a runway right behind us. So we'll just take a real quick look at the Eclipse 550 by Aerobasque. Twin engine, light jet. But not a very light jet like the Viper. So we already have the doors already closed, so we can go ahead and remove the chocks. Those are gone. So let's go ahead and get the old E5, the 550 started up here. Turn system battery on. Turn start battery on. Got our avionics that are up. Just basically has the same avionics as the Pipistrel Panthera. It's got the GTN 5000, I mean not GTN 5, 650 and the 750. So you have the 650 below and 750 above. And where are we going to fly to? Since I haven't been in this plane yet, I have to go in here and turn some of the info off. No, not this. Items. There we go. VORs, NDBs, and fixes. We don't need those on. Wow. There's a lot of airports. What's KFKA? We can fly up there. I'm trying to keep these flights short. So KFKA is north of us. Info, no. KFKA. Fillmore County. 4,000 foot runway. I don't think I could land on a 4,000 foot runway. We can try. KCMY, what's that? Sparta. KDBQ, that's closer. What is that? There we go. I don't even know how you pronounce that, so I'm not even going to try to butcher it. So we'll fly there. And it does have an ILS system, so we'll land ILS. We'll land ILS 36. So let's go ahead and enter that into our flight plan. KDBQ. I could have entered it in the flight plan there, but I'll just use this 750. Oh, I just closed it though. Ooh, back. Flight plan. So we're at KCID currently. Eastern Iowa. And we're going to KDBQ. I can set the departure and everything on here, but I've never flown from this airport, so I don't even know what the runways are. And once we get in the air, we'll go ahead and change our arrival to runway 36 at KDBQ. We'll make the ILS approach. You'll see how easy it is just to change the ILS in here. Okay, so that's good to go. Flaps are set to take off. It really doesn't matter because the plane's not even started yet. Let's go ahead and throw the strobes on. And we'll begin the start sequence. Once we turn the fuel on. Yep, there we go. Let's get a left engine start. So we've got the left engine started. Take a look outside and make sure it's started. That don't look good. It's just blowing the water off the runway, it looks like. Make sure we don't have an engine fire. Nope, no engine fire. And it looks kind of like it's on fire, but whatever. Okay, we'll go ahead and start the right engine. Okay, the left engine start, right engine start. Everything looks good. Temps look good. Go ahead and throw the generators on. Tie the system bus. And turn our taxi lights on, nav lights on. Interesting turn out of here. Yeah, so we're gonna fly up to Dubuque because I don't want to stay within 60 miles, so it doesn't take, these flights don't take forever. Okay, so we've got that. That's good. Thing's good. Turn the brakes off. Let's taxi forward a little bit so we can get the plane turned. So we're just going to take this runway here. We're going to go out on the taxiway, turn right, take this runway that's right in front of us. Now I've done a lot of Ortho 4XP scenery, but I haven't done it lately. So one thing I'm going to do is, if I had a bigger hard drive, is do more Ortho 4XP scenery. We're not going to need all this runway to take off, so. Let's take a look. Take a left to the left. Don't see any aircraft coming in. Take a look right. No aircraft coming. Go ahead and taxi out. Alright, we gotta be careful with this aircraft because I have had engine fires on takeoff. If you overheat the engine. So we'll get up to about 90 knots and then we'll rotate. There we go, and we'll rotate off. And have positive rate, gear up. Got a little bit of a stall here. So you're saying go to Waterloo? I'll have to find it on the map. But first, let's get this thing in autopilot. And we'll set it to heading. Climb, indicate airspeed mode. We're going to climb up to about 6,000. Do you have the ICAO code for Waterloo? Anybody? It's a little bumpy. Wow, it's bumpy. Oh, what are you doing to me? Okay, the autopilot's got to come off. Because it's just flying us around in a circle. So let's get above the cloud layer here. There you go, that thing was going crazy. At 360. There we go. For those of you who are wondering, we are running XEnviro 1.07. We do have a little bit of turbulence up here. Going to pull these engines back at about 84% in one. Okay, so we need to go to Waterloo. You find a ICAO code, I guess I'll look it up. Okay, the ICAO code for Waterloo is Kilo Alpha Limo Oscar. Direct 2. I'll just delete this one. So now we're going to fly direct to Waterloo Regional Airport. Switch this to nav. Switch this to nav. There we go. get a little more info on Waterloo, where Jacob has us going. It's got several different runways. That's cool. Departure. So we got 13 minutes till we arrive at Waterloo. We already just picked up the ATIS fort.
1600 Zulu weather. Wind calm. Visibility more than 10. Sky clear. Temperature 2. Dew point -36. Altimeter 3003. Arriving runways 3036. Departing runways 3036. Advise on initial contact you have made.
Just go ahead and set the altimeter to 3003, which is the altimeter barometric pressure of Waterloo. The altimeter setting.
Waterloo RGNL
Yeah.
information Yankee. 1600 Zulu weather. Wind calm. Visibility more than 10. Sky clear. Temperature 2. Dew point -36. Altimeter 3003. Arriving runways 3036. Departing runways 3036. Advise on initial contact you have Yankee.
Alright, so we have Yankee. But it says it's clear. I guarantee you, it does not look clear to me. So, let's take a look here. Back to info, we're landing at KALO. Runways. What do we got here? We have ILS on runway 12. So we'll land ILS runway 12. I'm not going to set it. We'll set it to nav 1 active. Set an OBS 1. And we're just going to use the autopilot in here right now. Maybe. So we're flying into KLO. Just going to double click on it, and we're going to set insert arrival. We want to arrive at ILS runway 12. Okay. We don't have a star, so none. Our approach is going to be the ALO. Is there an ALO VOR? It looks like it. We'll do ALO. See what that does. And now we have to direct to ALO for some reason. So direct to waypoint. Wow, that's a lot of runways here. So what is it? Why can't I just fly direct to K to this intersection? I think that's what we're going to do. We're just going to fly direct to the UC intersection. Nah, we'll just let it fly its flight plan. It's fine. We have some wind. We have some wind coming out of the northwest at 3. So we're pretty good. And like in the Pip Stroll Panthera, we have several different seating positions here. This plane, they really exploit. This is a 5-seat plane, and the seats are staggered. Pretty weird. There's a door. So we have a seat here. We're in a seat, and then we have a seat like right here, looking over the wing. And then if we look back here, we have luggage space, I guess. So we got 15 minutes until we're at our initial waypoint, the Allo VOR. But if the ATIS is wrong, the ATIS got to be wrong. It's still saying.
RGNL information Yankee. 1600 Zulu weather.
It still says sky clear.
Light and variable. Visibility more than 10. Sky clear. Temperature 2. Dew point -36. Altimeter 3003. Arriving runway 24. Departing runway 24. Advise on initial contact you have Yankee.
So all the arrivals and departures are on runway 24. I think we're gonna land on 12, runway 12. The Sullivan Brothers, huh? I don't even know who they are. They're like, aren't they country music musicians or something like that? Take a look at the 550 from outside. But these do not look like clear skies to me. Oh, this might help as well. So this whole time we were flying with the flaps in takeoff position. So, oh well. You live and learn. Flaps are up now. That's my Xbox controller almost falling off my desk. Never noticed these little things come up and down. I know we have this thing, which is really useless. Of course, these things come down. No cap system on this aircraft, of course, unlike on the Panthera. We have about 9 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up the... Oh, the Sullivan brothers all died on that one ship. You're right. Now I know who you're talking about. So what I'm doing now is I'm pulling up the ILS approach for runway 12. Okay, so once we get to UC, we have to be at an altitude of 3,400 feet. When we hit Yuko, Coco, or whatever you want to call it, KULCA, we have to be at 2,800. If we have a missed approach, climb to 3,300 feet and make a left turn. Or actually a right turn to 090. So we're at Kalo now. I'm going to fly to KUC, so I'm going to go ahead and drop to 3,400 feet, drop our altitude. So we're making a left turn to KUCAE. Pull the throttle back some. Bleed off some of this airspeed as we begin our descent. So we're going to descend at 500 feet per minute. We got 5 minutes. That's plenty of time to descend to 3,400. gotta make this left-hand turn here now. So we really overshot the waypoint going so fast.
Waterloo RGNL information Yankee. 1600.
So we'll make sure the altimeter setting was still right. So currently now we need to be down to 2,800 feet. So let's change that. Okay, you've picked up the ILS glide slope out of Waterloo. You can see it here. You can see the little magenta line. It's the ILS glide slope. And we've broken through at 2,900 feet. 2940. And you about see the runway right there. We'll slow that down below 150 knots and we'll lower the landing gear. Autopilot's still on. We're in approach. Autopilot mode. And we're going to go ahead and land it, lower the gear now. We're still on the glide slope, as indicated by the magenta line being in the center. We've lowered the gear and we're going to start really bleeding off speed. I'm going to lower one notch of flaps. And I'm going to try to land without killing us all. So I'm still completely hands off. The only thing I'm really adjusting is the speed with the throttle. My hand's completely off the flight controls. The plane is actually flying itself on approach. Got to set up a little higher in the cockpit so we can see the runway over the nose. And we're looking good. We're at 90 knots. We're on the glide slope. No wind whatsoever. And it looks like it's going to be a typical easy landing. See, we got two reds, two whites, two greens. Actually, two reds, two greens on the Pappy. This means we're on the glide slope. Speed still 90 knots. And as soon as I get almost over the threshold of the runway, I'll go ahead and disengage the autopilot and we will land manually. Alright, we'll disengage the autopilot. And throttle back to idle. And there we go, we're down. Doesn't get any easier than that, guys. Doesn't get any easier. Let's slow this thing down. On the brakes here. Just want to make sure we don't hit the brakes so hard that we blow out our tire. Go ahead and raise our flaps back up. So let's taxi over to parking. I don't know where the GA parking is here. Here it is, but we'll find somewhere to park. I guarantee it. As we cross the helicopter pad. Take a quick look, make sure there's no planes coming this way. No, no planes that way. No planes that way. At least not that I can see. Find a place to park. Okay, there's GA parking right over there. This is by far my favorite aircraft in the game, in the simulator, X-11. Go ahead and try not to run over the Cessnas. We'll go ahead and park beside these MD-82s. Yeah, GA is a lot funner than the aircraft, than the airliners. I do like how X-Enviro 107 really looks. And X-Enviro 108 is supposed to be looking a lot better than this. I just love how detailed the clouds are. They have no parking lots. They have no parking lines, so we'll just park anywhere. Let's go ahead. We'll go ahead and spin around Parker by his turboprop. I doubt, was that Austrian Airways on that side of that MD-82 over there? Austrian Arrows. Look, there's a Beach Baron, not Baron 58 taxiing in here too. Oh, Baron 58, where's he going? He's taxiing out. We just need to engage parking brakes here and we'll begin our shutdown. Go ahead and turn the generators off. Shut down the right engine. Right engine's going down. Shut off our left engine. That's going down. We go ahead and turn our nav lights off. Beacon off. Taxi recognition lights off. And go ahead and open the door. Y'all can get out. Throw chocks in place. Doors open. Chocks in place. And the plane is all off here. So I'd like to thank everybody for flying Epic Zeus Airlines, and I will stop the stream and I will see you guys later.